It's so strange how much an year can make a difference, how an age can leave such a mark on us. One day you don't worry about anything, and the next you live with a constant fear of failing. But the question is, failing at what? Failing, perhaps, at being a bad son, a bad boyfriend, a bad friend, a bad sibling, at disappointing. It's the moment you aspire to, where you take your first steps towards something bigger, something you didn't even know you had thought of or dream of. They are just ideas that emerge when we feel pressured to leave home and find a job. We see so many people getting married, having children, studying, living such different lives. And it becomes frightening. It's scary to see someone we vaguely know as a children making choices so different from ours because we are no longer innocent. There are no more excuses for being innocent. At least that's what they say. They say you have to be independent. They say it's okay to stay at your parents' house for longer. They say it's too early to get married. They say they had children at your age. They say so much, but they say nothing. And it's us who suffer because no one teaches how to live. It's something we develop on our own. So, why do they offer so many opinions on our lives when in reality we are here for the first time? We are all following different paths. We are all different. We are all from different generations. At least that's what I feel. I feel that this new generation coming of age in their 20s is under much more social pressure than previous generations. Maybe it has to do with the search for perfection in nowadays, or the regret of previous generations not wanting us to commit the same errors they have done. Being at this age for the first time, I have to admit it's something beautiful and at the same time scary. Seeing what our parents achieve at our age and realizing that it's so rare nowadays. The blame is not always ours. We have other strong priorities. We have stronger obstacles. It seems like everything speaks louder than us. It seems like everything speaks louder than our voice. Like there's such a confusion of voices in my head that I can't even hear myself. I can't even recognize myself. That's one of the reasons I'm afraid of saying the wrong thing, because I've never been so careful about what I think or feel. It has always been about what others think or what others feel is best for me. They say, "You are so young. What do you know about life?" And I, the innocent child, simply do what someone I trust and grew up seeing as the most influential person in my life tells me to do. And my teenagerhood, for me, it's teenagerhood is the phase that can silence us the most, because as non-adults we don't have a voice, we don't have a choice, we don't have a logical foundation for acting in the right way, and they expect that a few years difference in which we finally become independent will define you. They expect that when you blow out the candles, you will be projected to the mansion where you are a successful person and an independent person. But I'm sorry to say this, it's not like that. It's not easy and it never will be. No one taught me that. I learned it on my own when, amidst years, I had doubts about my abilities and choices. I realized that it's normal to be afraid. In a way, the moment you stop feeling fear, that can be marked as the beginning of your life. I realize it's normal to be afraid. in a way that the moment you start feeling fear can be marked at the beginning of your life. They forget that there are other things beyond us, like high rents to be sustained by a newly independent adult, combined with the pressure to leave your parents' house, something that didn't happen before. They judge us as a cold blood, downplay our pain, and through hard to swallow truth at us, which may or may not be our fault. I wish the world were kinder in that regard. I wish they allow us to make mistakes and adapt to new things like the humans we are, but they don't. And if they did, we would live in a perfect world. There is a discrepancy because those who judge us are also here for the first time and also have the right to make mistakes because no one taught them either. So, what should we do? Well, the most important thing is among the many voices in our heads that drown us out to find our own voice and hold out it. Our voice is our most powerful weapon at any age, but especially in our 20s. In our 20s. Let me explain why. In our 20s, as I mentioned, we are surrounded by people with different growth, different maturity. And whoever said that age defines maturity is very wrong. There are 30 years old who behave like complete children compared to 18 years old. It's all a matter of personal development, shaped by the course of our lives, social experience, and of course, education and influences. With so many people around us, we tend to adapt behaviors and speech from those closest to us. I spend, for example, I'm going to tell you an example I've in myself in. I've spent too much time with a person and I start saying the exact same things, the exact same phrases. So this can be bad when people around us don't have the best intentions. So it's important to remove people from our lives who don't help us grow, make us feel bad. I've learned that I prefer to be alone, happy and radiant, and then surrounded by many friends who, at the slightest opportunity, betray me because they see me as a competition. I see friends growing apart, and my circle of friends has dwindled, has decreased to 2 or 3 friends compared to the 20 and 30 I had before. I was thought at the first, but I've come to realize that I needed to discover my energy, preferences, intentions that I really like to do, what my ambitions are, what makes me happy. Don't see happiness in others. Don't look for happiness where you never found it. Open new doors for yourself. Open new doors for yourself. Even you have to walk out the door alone. The important thing is to prioritize your happiness. Being 20 is understanding why grow ups are so different. It all starts in your 20s. When those grow ups had their 20s, they began to develop in different ways, and the goal they achieved were equally different. In my opinion, being 25 and still spending the week thinking about which nightclub to go on Friday or Saturday night is really sad. But that's just my opinion. I want to be more, to leave my mark, while they don't, and that's okay. I'll just preserve my energy away from them and let myself fly. I used to wonder how some people are so successful by the time they are 30, while others are not. It's a delicate subject, but focusing on the most common situations, some spend their 20s happily working on their goals, prioritizing themselves, their health, peace, education, and discipline. They consider their 30s as the new 20s, but with more money and a higher level with new experiences. Others spend their 20s partying and judging those who don't go out at night by choice, who don't consume substances or alcohol, because they see their 30s as the end of youth and happiness. They view their 20s as the only time they can enjoy being young and live life to the fullest. It's all about choices, and they define the course of our lives. It's all about focusing on our intuition and following our hearts, always with a mindful awareness of our actions. Prioritize your health and happiness and distance yourself from those who don't. Don't live so much on social media and desire the life others showcase. Live life by connecting with reality and manifesting good things to yourself. Um, that's that's the secret for surviving on your 20s. Thank you so much for hearing me. That's my opinion about this subject. Remember, everyone has their own opinion. We can judge them. I am not judging anyone. I'm just exposing my opinion about this delicate subject because that's what I learned in this year. I'm 20 right now. I know that people can judge me for don't want what they want because I don't want a normal life. So that's my experience, my side of this subject, and I hope I could inspire you in some way. So I'm so happy you are here assisting my videos. See you in the next video. Bye bye.